Greetings to our insightful viewers at LearningVerses. We're about to embark on a remarkable journey through time, tracing the roots of human culinary history. Together we'll explore the resurgence of a diet born from the dawn of civilization itself, the Paleolithic Diet. This isn't merely a dietary choice, but a fascinating window into the very essence of our ancestral lifestyle. In this journey, we'll traverse the landscapes of the Paleolithic era, where the rhythm of nature dictated the dietary habits of our forebears. We'll delve into the principles of this ancient diet and how it contrasts with today's culinary landscape. We'll weigh the potential health benefits against criticisms and explore how this ancestral diet translates into the modern world. From the rustic to the gourmet, the Paleolithic principles are reinvented, offering a culinary bridge between past and present. Today, we embark on a remarkable journey through time, tracing the roots of human culinary history. Our odyssey begins in the Paleolithic era, a time when Earth's bounty offered the only sustenance. This period, spanning over 2 million years, saw our human ancestors evolve from primitive hominids to sophisticated Homo sapiens. But this journey was not just about physical and intellectual growth. It was also about the evolution of our dietary habits, habits that were shaped by the land, the climate, and the rhythm of the seasons. The Paleolithic era, often referred to as the Stone Age, was a time of hunters and gatherers. Our ancestors roamed the earth, living in harmony with nature, their survival dependent on their ability to forage and hunt. Their diet was a reflection of the world around them, diverse, seasonal, and utterly natural. They dined on the fruits of the forest, the roots of the earth, the leaves of the trees, and the bounty of the waters. They hunted game, not for sport, but for sustenance, valuing every part of the animal. This was a time before agriculture, before the cultivation of grains, before the domestication of livestock. There were no supermarkets, no processed foods, no additives or preservatives. The concept of a meal was simple. It was about nourishment, about survival, and most importantly about respect for the natural world that provided such sustenance. In essence, the Paleolithic diet was a diet of necessity, dictated by the seasons and availability. It was a diet that celebrated diversity, encouraging a wide range of foods to ensure a balance of nutrients. It was, in many ways, a diet that embodied the mantra of "you are what you eat." After all, these were the foods that fueled the evolution of our species, the foods that shaped our genetic makeup, the foods that made us human. But it's important to remember that the Paleolithic era was not a time of dietary perfection. It was a time of survival, of adaptation, of learning. And it's this spirit of adaptation, this innate understanding of the natural world, that we seek to emulate in the Paleolithic diet today. This was a time of pure, unprocessed sustenance. The contemporary interpretation of this ancient diet forms a mosaic of natural foods. Immerse yourself in a time when the rhythm of nature was the only chef in the kitchen. The Paleolithic diet, or Paleo diet, is a modern dietary plan based on the presumed diet of Paleolithic humans. It's a return to the basics, a homage to the simplicity of our ancestors' way of life. The guiding principle of the Paleo diet is to eat what our ancestors ate. This means consuming foods that could be hunted or gathered, not unlike our Paleolithic forebears. Picture lean meats and fish, the kind our ancestors would have caught in their hunts. Fruits and vegetables plucked fresh from the earth, not from supermarket shelves. Nuts and seeds, little nuggets of nutrition picked from the wild. The Paleo diet also means saying no to foods that our ancestors would not have had access to. This includes dairy products, legumes and grains, which only entered our diet after the advent of agriculture. And of course, processed foods, which are as far removed from nature as can be, are also off the menu. The beauty of the Paleo diet lies in its simplicity. It's not about counting calories or measuring portions. It's about eating wholesome, natural foods that nourish the body and the soul. It's about listening to your body and feeding it what it truly craves. But let's not forget the Paleolithic era was not a time of culinary luxury. Our ancestors ate what was available, not necessarily what was desirable. They didn't have the luxury of choice that we enjoy today. The Paleo diet, in its essence, is about embracing this spirit of adaptability and resourcefulness. It's also about recognizing the inherent wisdom in consuming foods that our bodies were designed to process. It's about turning back the clock and returning to a way of eating that's more in tune with our biological needs. It stands in stark contrast to the processed panorama of today's culinary landscape. The Paleo diet, in its celebration of nature and its bounty, offers a refreshing counterpoint to the artificiality of modern food culture. It's a call to return to our roots, to reclaim our connection with the food we eat and the world we inhabit. This dietary resurrection is lauded for potential health benefits, from weight loss to enhanced well-being. The Paleolithic diet's emphasis on lean proteins, fruits and vegetables aligns with modern nutritional guidelines. It's a call to arms against processed foods and refined sugars, those insidious culprits of many modern maladies. Advocates often extol its virtues in promoting weight loss, improving heart health, and stabilizing blood sugar levels. Some even suggest it may help to alleviate symptoms of certain autoimmune diseases. However, as with any dietary regimen, the Paleolithic diet isn't free from criticism. Some nutritionists question the exclusion of whole grains and dairy, both of which are rich sources of essential nutrients. The absence of legumes, too, raises eyebrows, given their high protein and fiber content. There's also the matter of sustainability. In a world where food availability varies greatly, the feasibility of adhering strictly to a Paleolithic diet is debatable. And then there's the matter of interpretation. The actual diet of our Paleolithic ancestors varied tremendously depending on their geographic location. The Inuit of the Arctic, for example, consumed a diet rich in fatty fish, while the Hadza tribes of Tanzania thrived on tubers and game. Can a single prescriptive diet truly capture the diversity of our ancestral eating habits? Furthermore, critics argue that the Paleolithic diet overlooks one crucial fact: we've evolved. Genetic adaptations over thousands of years have enabled us to digest foods like dairy and grains. Lactase persistence, the ability to digest lactose beyond infancy, is a prime example of this evolutionary adaptation. Ultimately, the Paleolithic diet, like any other, should be adapted to individual needs and circumstances. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution, but rather a framework to inspire healthier eating habits. Its emphasis on whole foods and avoidance of processed ones can certainly guide us towards better dietary choices. In the world of nutrition, balance reigns supreme, and the Paleolithic diet provokes a compelling dialogue on this equilibrium. How does this ancestral diet translate into the kaleidoscope of today's global kitchens? As we venture into the bustling world of modern cuisine, we find the echoes of our Paleolithic past resonating in unexpected corners. In a time where convenience often trumps quality, a resurgence of this ancient diet is challenging the status quo. The Paleolithic diet, a seemingly antiquated approach to eating, finds new life in a world awakening to the benefits of clean, unprocessed foods. It's a journey back to basics, back to the roots of our species' culinary beginnings. Don't let the age-old foundations of this diet fool you. The Paleolithic diet is as versatile as it is timeless. It's not about replicating the exact meals of our ancestors. Instead, it's about embracing the principles that guided their food choices: natural, whole, and unprocessed. From the heart of Tokyo's bustling fish market to the serene vegetable gardens of Tuscany, the essence of the Paleolithic diet permeates our modern kitchens. In the hands of creative home cooks and imaginative chefs, the simple ingredients of this ancient diet transform into gourmet masterpieces. Think grass-fed steak with a side of vibrant organic vegetables, or a succulent salmon fillet atop a bed of fresh greens. But it's not just about the food on our plates. It's about the philosophy behind it. It's about honoring the natural rhythms of the earth, respecting the source of our sustenance, and prioritizing health over convenience. Real-life experiences of those who have embraced this diet tell a tale of transformation. Stories of improved health markers, increased energy levels, and a newfound appreciation for the simple, unadulterated flavors of nature abound. Yet, the Paleolithic diet is not about perfection. It's about making better choices, one meal at a time. It's about learning from our past to build a healthier, more sustainable future. From the rustic to the gourmet, the Paleolithic principles are reinvented, offering a culinary bridge between past and present. Our exploration of the Paleolithic diet closes, yet the conversation it ignites endures. We've journeyed through time, retracing the footsteps of our ancestors and their dietary choices. We've seen how the simplicity and purity of their food selection have found a place in our modern kitchens, offering a stark contrast to the processed foods that dominate our plates today. The Paleolithic diet, a mosaic of lean meats, fish, fruits, and vegetables, proposes a return to our roots, eschewing the artificial for the natural. This ancient diet prompts us to question our contemporary culinary choices, challenges us to seek balance, and opens up a compelling dialogue on health and well-being. But as with all things, it's not without its critics. The debate over its long-term viability and nutritional completeness persists. We invite you to ponder, debate, and perhaps even embrace aspects of this ancestral diet. It's a journey into our past that illuminates our present and shapes our future.